There are some stories that are so terrifying that they stay with us long after we've heard them. And one such tale is that of the Exorcism of Roland Doe. This young boy's ordeal inspired one of the most terrifying films ever made, The Exorcist. But what really happened to him? Let us delve into the dark truth behind the exorcisms that left an indelible mark on the young mind. Welcome back. I'm here. Today we'll be taking a look at the horrific story of the Exorcism of Roland Doe, the boy who inspired The Exorcist. So let's dive in. In the early 1940s, a middle-class family in St. Louis, Missouri, USA, was torn apart by a series of terrifying events that shook them to their core. It all began when their son, Roland Hunkler, started acting out and displaying some strange behaviors. At first, it seemed like just another case of a troubled teen, but as time went on, things took a sinister turn that no one could have anticipated. Roland had always been a mischievous kid, but recently his behavior had taken a darker turn. He would curse, steal, and even harm animals. His parents, Ralph and Gertrude, were at their wits' end. They tried everything they could to get through to their son, but nothing seemed to work. Desperate for help, they turned to the church and sought the assistance of Father Raymond J. Bishop, a local priest. When Bishop first met Roland, he was skeptical about the boy's claims of demonic possession. But as he spent more time with the family, he began to witness strange and disturbing behavior that he couldn't explain away. As he continued to investigate, he uncovered a disturbing pattern of activity that suggested something evil was at work. As Bishop dug deeper into Roland's behavior, he noticed that the boy would often levitate without any apparent means of support. He also observed that the possessed child spoke in different voices, each with a distinct personality and intonation. The voices claimed to belong to demons that had invaded Roland's body and taunted him mercilessly. To make matters worse, the voices would only stop when the priest was present, adding to the mystery surrounding the case. Not only did Roland exhibit these bizarre behaviors, but he also displayed an unnatural strength that seemed to defy his age and size. He would often hurl himself around the room with reckless abandon, smashing furniture and injuring himself in the process. The family watched in horror as their son destroyed their home and hurt himself. They were desperate for answers and for help. As the situation grew increasingly dire, the priest decided to perform an exorcism to expel the demons from Roland's body. But as he began the ritual, he encountered resistance from the entity within the child. The demon fought back, causing chaos and terror in the process. During the exorcism, Roland's eyes turned black, and he began to growl and snarl. He struggled against the priest's efforts to rid him of the demonic presence, and it seemed as though the entity was determined to remain inside him. After the exorcism, things got progressively worse. Roland was taken to a hospital for treatment, but even there he continued to exhibit strange and disturbing behaviors. He levitated again, continued to speak in different voices, and even turned violent towards the medical staff. All attempts to help him failed, and the doctors were baffled by his condition. As Roland's condition worsened, the family became increasingly desperate for a solution. They reached out to other priests and religious figures, but none were willing to take on the case. It seemed as though everyone was afraid of what might happen if they tried to help. In the midst of all this, a Jesuit priest named Walter Halloran stepped forward and offered to help. Unlike the others, Halloran believed that Roland was genuinely possessed and needed to be exorcised. However, he knew that this would be no easy feat. The demon inside Roland was powerful and dangerous, and it would take all of his strength and faith to defeat it. With the support of his fellow priests, Halloran began the long and arduous process of exorcising Roland. It was a battle of good versus evil that would push them all to their limits. Day after day, the priest battled the demon inside Roland, trying to expel it from the boy's body. But the demon fought back with every ounce of strength it had, causing chaos and terror in the process. Throughout the ordeal, Roland's body bore the brunt of the battle. It was battered and bruised, and it was clear that the exorcism was taking a toll on his physical form. The demon inside him was vicious and relentless, and it seemed as though it would never give up the fight. However, the priests were determined to succeed. They performed the exorcism with unwavering faith and determination, refusing to give up until they had expelled the demon from Roland's body. Despite the danger and difficulty of the exorcism, the the priests pressed on. They knew that the fate of Roland's soul hung in the balance, and they were committed to saving him. Finally, after weeks of battling the demon, the priests were successful. They managed to expel the entity from Roland's body, freeing him from its grasp. It was a moment of triumph and relief, but also of exhaustion and gratitude. In the aftermath of the exorcism, Roland's life was forever changed. He was no longer the same mischievous boy who had tormented his family and the priests. The ordeal had left him scarred both physically and emotionally, and he would need years of therapy and counseling to recover. But thanks to the bravery and determination of the priests, he was able to regain control of his life and eventually move on with it. The story of Roland Doe is a terrifying reminder of the power of demonic possession. But it's also a testament to the courage of those who fight against evil. The priests who battled the demon inside Roland put themselves in danger to save him, and their bravery should be commended. As we reflect on this horrifying tale, we couldn't help but wonder about the strength of the human spirit in the face of such darkness. The Exorcism of Roland Doe has been the subject of much debate and controversy over the years. Some believe that the story is nothing but a hoax, while others claim it's a true account of demonic possession. What do you think? Do you believe in demonic possession? Let me know in the comments below. While the authenticity of the story is still debated, there is no denying that it is a powerful and disturbing tale that has captured the imaginations of many. The image of a young boy possessed by a demon and the priests who risked their lives to save him is both terrifying and inspiring. The Exorcism of Roland Doe was a harrowing experience for all involved, but it was ultimately a triumph of good over evil. The priests who battled the demon inside Roland showed incredible bravery and determination, and their efforts ultimately paid off. As we come to the end of this video, let us take a moment to appreciate the strength of the human spirit and the courage of those who fight against darkness. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more terrifying tales. Thank you for watching. Now it's time to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the Exorcism of Roland Doe? Do you believe in demonic possession? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're still with us, then why not test your knowledge with our quiz? I'll ask you 3 questions about the video, and you can see how many you get right. Don't worry, there's no pressure. Just click on the link below and see how well you did. Thanks for watching. We hope you learned something new and maybe even scared yourself a little bit. Remember to stay tuned for more terrifying tales, and we'll see you next time.